the scenario.
Yep. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Here's the Scenario, our free weekly podcast brought to you by Laugh Button. I'm one of your hosts, Mike Cannon. With me, as always,
is Mike Feeney, and also
Brendan motherfucking Sagalow in the house.
Feeney doing a fun little Stevie Wonder pre-show dance.
That's one of my. It's like one of my favorite Robin Williams jokes talking about Stevie Wonder, where he was like illustrating that how dumb President Bush was. And he's like, he's the only one that waved at Stevie Wonder. He's like, hey, Stevie. And then Stevie Wonder's going, is that motherfucker waving at me?
But
Meanwhile,
now, as we know,
he's not blind.
He's not blind.
Yeah, that's right.
What?
Either that or he's a fucking sonar bat, because there was a clip of him doing some sort of reunion show and somebody knocked the microphone in front of him and knocked it over, and he went and reached out and grabbed it and then pulled it right back in front of his face.
I mean, if he's not blind, then he has somehow managed to resist every instinct for 30 years, and then that's the time he slipped. I don't think so. I feel like
he goofed up.
I'm leaning
goofed.
sonar.
I think he
I don't
goofed.
know, man. I don't know. I got into an elevator once with Stevie Nicks, and he went like this to me. He went, "What's up?"
Nice.
You got
With
into an
Stevie
elevator
Nicks with the white
the
woman,
female
Stevie
singer.
Nicks.
Isn't that a story? Stevie Nicks. What did I? Oh, fuck.
You said Stevie Nicks.
I'm so stupid. Let's re-record. Let's start over.
Okay.
I'll do the rain story better.
That's right. He won't. But then that's not what this show is about anyway. This is a hypothetical-based podcast. We do what if scenarios, would you rathers, you name it, you got it. You guys DM us some questions. We go off of that. I do actually have some more questions from our boy Adrian Cerna. So that's exciting. We got some stuff to jump off of, but we're highly communicative comedians. So if you hit us up on the DM, your questions will be answered on the show. We got a bunch of people that actually reached out and thanked us for talking about their questions, because apparently people just throw this out there to their listeners and then just never follow through. So we're on your side. Go to here'sascenario.com. All of our social media is there. All of our YouTube, how you subscribe to the podcast, everything is right there, including our Patreon, patreon.com/scenario pod. We do 2 bonus podcast episodes per week. I'm throwing a ton of bonus content up there, a lot of stand-up recently. I'm doing Mike Takes Edibles. All that stuff goes up early. Feeney and Sags do a bunch of sketches. They put it up there early.
I mean, two coming.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy the amount of content. And now we got our boy Lucas on board to shoot a bunch of really high quality stuff. So we're just, it's basically becoming a little bit of a TV studio of your 3 favorite idiots.
Yeah. And I would also just like to say, I'm throwing this out there. I don't know how you boys feel about it, but I think if you have a question for the show, just send it right to the show's Instagram, because
not ours. Please, not
ours. It gets lost because we get a lot of people calling us gay and all that stuff. So it might get lost.
Is that what you get?
I get a bunch of different stuff,
dude. You tagged me in 2 things, or I guess I was just say in the lunch, the dinner that we had, the thing that you tagged me in, and I was just getting all your replies to it, and I'm like, man, Brendan's Twitter, I can't believe he spends this much time on it, but now I understand why he's suicidal, because every single one is like, hey, you dumb fat, shut the fat up. And it's like, what? Everything is just either crushing Foley or...
I think that was all for Foley, though. That was all...
Right, but it's your followers.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't have the notifications on, so I just put something up and then I look away.
Yeah,
and that's like the best thing.
You throw your phone on your bed, and then all of a sudden, like Jim Carrey in the mask, go and dive back on the bed.
It starts sucking my face in. Yeah, but like I do that on purpose, because with the notifications off, once you have all those things, I don't even look at it. You just go like refresh, and then it goes like, and it goes all the way up. So
right. Well, this podcast is not about social media, so let's jump off on some questions. We got our boy Adrian Cerna, who just had an election. I don't know how it went, but good for him. He's out there trying to change the world, so good shit. HTS question: this is a good one. What's your perfect green room setup?
Oh,
I like a big comfy couch. I like a food menu to be ready to go. I mean, I'm talking like practical and realistic, not like fantasy green room, but like I would like
Let's do
I
fantasy.
would like what?
Let's do fantasy.
All right. I want a
'Cause
water
let's
slide
say
from the
like
green room to the
No,
pool.
let's say it's not, you're not doing, or let's say theaters, right? So you get the full rider. You're not at stadiums or arenas or any of that shit. You're playing nice theaters, like 1,500 seats. People set you up with a green room. You got a rider. You can pretty much curate it however you want. You got music, lighting, whatever. How would you set it up?
Huh.
Would there be video games? Like, are you guys distracted guys before the show, or do you like to study?
What's so funny? I don't know what I am. I always hear on podcasts people talking about like, before the show, I just need people talking to me until I walk on stage so I don't realize the stakes. Other people like, I have to be alone for 45 minutes beforehand. And I don't know what I am. Like I can see why both would be beneficial, and I'm trying to think like for me if I had like some major, like if I was doing like the let's say the stakes, if I was doing like Conan or something at the time, and I and had that fear of that or whatever, or you're just doing your own theater, it to me would be like, I guess I'd want a little bit of privacy, maybe like 5 minutes before, but I would like that because there's nothing worse than you get there 2 hours early and then you're just fucking sitting in that anxiety, stewing, waiting. Yeah, that's the worst part. So anyone that could help move that along faster would be great.
That's how you take a Klonopin before doing warm up for a Seth Meyers test show.
Yeah.
I was there for like 2.5 hours just panicking, watching Lorne Michaels pace past my fucking like closet that I was staying in. And I was like, save for a rainy day.
Yeah.
What is Klonopin, like a Valium?
It's like a Xanax, except a little more funsy.
Yeah, it's a little bit stronger.
Yeah, it's like 8 whiskey shots.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that would make me...
At the time, I had just an incredible tolerance for all hardcore narcotics. So it was
some would say.
Well, and yeah, still. And also my body can really burn through that shit. Like, have you guys ever taken beta blockers?
No, but I want to.
Yeah, it's I took one before my special actually because I didn't know how I would feel, and I just wanted to like shut off some of the panic and perform as loose as I possibly could.
Yeah,
and my body burned right through it. Like,
really?
I still had some like pretty fire hot anxiety, but once I got on stage, it was all comfortable because I'm actually comfortable on stage.
Where do you get those?
A doctor.
A doctor?
Yeah, it's a medicine.
The beta blocker doctor.
That's right.
Yep.
You could just go to a doctor, a psychiatrist or whatever, and just say, I have anxiety. I'm a performer. I would like these. And I also would like a finite script so I don't become some weird addicted maniac.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Are beta blockers addictive too?
I think so. I would assume, because the feeling of calm is pretty addictive. I mean, not having the relentless unwanted thoughts that constantly pepper my consciousness. Yeah, who doesn't want to sign up for that?
Yeah, sure. I would love that to just be injected into my vein every morning.
Yeah, if I could take a beta blocker every day of my life, that'd be fucking fantastic. I think my green room setup. So I think it's kind of like the best optimal place to smoke pot in college, where I don't even necessarily want to smoke pot before big shows, but I have been recently and it's been fine. But the thing that I would like is a comfortable setting, but with my friends. So I think more important than even ambiance is the company you keep. So if you were able to have buds that you like really get flowing like you guys, and it's us three, and it's, you're going out there to be hilarious. So what better way to warm up than to just, shoot the shit with your best friends? That is wildly beneficial. I obviously like a big TV because I want, a game on or something like that. I do like relatively low lighting, but not low enough to where I'm asleep. Like, I know Todd Glass is really big on like putting gels over lights and stuff like that. And I understand why, but I would be worried that type of ambiance would make me like too just fucking conked out.
It would 100% conk you out, dude. I'm the same way. Like, little light. It doesn't have to be like fluorescent, but just a little light down. I would like one of those things with like iced coffee in it would be great. Like like what are those called?
A dispenser?
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about. They usually put water in it at bars. And a shower would be cool too. Just to
I
have a
always see
shower
that
there.
people. I never got the take. I mean, I guess there's circumstances to which it would be all right, but to me, I'm like, shower just seems
Yeah. Shower
too
is
much.
like what they had in the 60s when the lead singer was on too much acid and they just
Yeah.
fucking bum tossed him in there,
Threw
put
him
it
under-
on cold, and then threw
Yeah.
him out onto the stage.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So basically, like a mix between yours, but I think the what we all agree on is just the friends that are in there. It needs to be big enough that a bunch of people that you're comfortable with and can fucking jive with are in there.
I would also want like small bites of food, things that I could like
Tapas.
Tostitos, salsa guacamole, like pigs in a blanket, like
Oh
just
my
little
God.
things that you can't get like ridiculously full on, but that can hold you over.
Nice little pre-Super Bowl meal for your big day.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I've never been the you gotta like hungry dogs run faster kind of a thing.
No, I mean, I
am
was in the beginning
much
when
into
I
that.
thought that if I stuffed my mouth, I might vomit on the first 2 rows. But now that I, am a little deadened inside, I could, eat a lobster meal and then walk out and do an hour and a half.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to have a full plate of lasagna as I'm walking up to the stage. I mean, that would be a nightmare because you're like, I even recently I had like a club soda before going on stage, and the whole time I'm like I have like it's like giving me the air pocket
like the
burps.
Bobby-
I'm like,
Bobby Kelly.
I was just
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say that you're doing the old YKWd.
Yeah.
And
The
so-
sucking it in.
yeah.
It always sounds like his heart is gasping for air. Like just
Yeah.
Yeah. Help. Yeah. Help.
But yeah, I'm a big recliner guy. If you could get me a fucking sweet ass recliner for my green room and a pre-rolled blunt, man, it would just be
Yes, pre-rolled
just be
blunt.
the best.
2 pre-rolled blunts, one for before the show, one for after,
That's
and then
right.
I want a masseuse in there when I get off.
Yeah. I want a
Masseuse would be
900-year-old.
nice.
I want a 900-year-old Asian woman to just crack her knuckles and tickle
Yeah.
the prostate right after
Stand
I
on
get a
my
standing O.
I want a standing O on my back.
Yeah, I want a standing O ring.
Yeah. That's our last name is O.
Yeah. Oh.
That's fun.
Asian.
Next question. It turns out vampires are real. What do you start doing to prepare for the new world? Do comedy during the day.
Yeah.
Garlic everywhere.
Yeah.
Garlic everywhere. I have fucking steaks just lying around, so that I
mean,
can
you
fucking
already
stab them in
you
the
already-
heart.
Oh, I thought. Oh, okay. The wood
Not
steaks.
food steaks.
Oh.
Not food steak.
Not food steaks. I have so I have steaks lying around, but also like you don't let them in your house, but they are tricky. So they will trick you into walking into your house. They'll go like, "Hey, I'm the plumber or whatever." I
Do
need to
they?
look at the?
Are they
Yeah.
tricksters?
Oh, here's the thing,
Are
Brendan.
vampires notorious tricksters?
No, they
think
have like
so.
a
Like-
I always
modicum of
pictured
charm.
vampires.
They have like small
Yeah,
bit
I
of
always
charm.
pictured
And
vampires
Brendan,
as very like they're.
am I
God damn it,
lagging
just
right
go.
now?
No,
One
I
of us
think
has
so.
to be.
I've like stopped each and every time you restarted. So if I keep going, that means somebody's internet is bad. Are you on the VPN?
I'm not.
It's
Oh.
very cute to see you guys being like.
It's like we're on a.
I was
It's like
gonna
we're on
say
a date
that
trying to
there's
fork
these-
the last
there
piece of
has to be a-
tartar. I'm never
Ow.
talking again. You got it.
Ow. I'd like to think that vampires are monotone. I only thought that they would like come in through open windows and stuff. I didn't know they were like.
No.
No,
No,
first of all, you're both wrong. They can only be invited. So when Brendan says they trick you, it means that he's a moron and doesn't understand that he can just not invite fang-toothed cable guy into
What
his living room.
the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about at all? They
Hello,
trick
Brandon.
you into...
I'm here to fix your files.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sounds
okay,
personally
cool.
reasonable.
Cool, man. Well, it's weird, I know, but can you please invite me in?
He's wearing a...
Am I allowed in? Yes.
Yeah, of course. Come on in. What's your name, Drac? Get in here.
What do you want? A water?
I'll have blood.
He's wearing like a blue Spectrum shirt over a black cloak that's going out of.
Just the high collar.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Like, I've been at this company for a very long time.
Trillions of years. We got a lot of questions to get to.
What was I think I love garlic so much, and I use it whatever, like I use triple whatever the recipe calls for. So I feel like I would be all right.
I have no problem smelling like that all day, every day.
Yeah.
I do. I don't want to smell like garlic all the time.
Oh, you don't want to smell delicious? You'd just start
Garlic?
gnawing on your own elbow. Yes, garlic, Brendan. You know, one of the prime pieces of seasoning in every meal.
So does it mean that you're going to smell good if you rub it all over your body all the time?
It's very good for you.
Yeah.
Okay. That doesn't mean you're going to smell good.
I'm curious why Brendan has taken such a hard line against garlic. It's weird. It's like he inhabited an anti-garlic character.
Because I am a vampire.
Brendan Cooler.
I am Sagalow.
Yeah.
All right, get to your precious questions.
I'm just getting to the questions that are on the Instagram here.
Okay.
Oh.
This one is from... Hold on, I just read one that we did last week. This one is from Ken Addison. Did we do him yet?
Ken?
I don't know. Who knows? Scenario. You can live forever, but every day of your immortality, you have to watch one random video from the dark net, an execution, porn, death, etc. If you don't do it, you die. Do you do it? Jesus Christ.
No, why not? I thought we've discussed this on the podcast multiple times, but living forever is not a gift. It is a curse.
To live forever. No.
It's been the subject of so many books and movies that at this point, does anybody go into that situation? Like, is anybody trying to live forever?
No.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Except like Jeff Bezos. You know what I mean? Like he might be the only or Elon Musk. Like they might be the only people that are super excited for transhumanism. So their consciousness can reign supreme forever. And they're just earning money so they can be at the top for good.
That'd be pretty sweet.
You know, it'd be crazy if you could live forever, but you could decide to die anytime you want. Now that would be like a mental fuck, because
that's what this is basically. But to live for as long as you want, you basically have to watch some sort of ISIS kid fuck video every single day, and then when you tap, that's just the day you don't watch it.
Yeah, no, I'm good with dying when I'm going to die, which is at 41. Ooh, sad, huh?
Yeah,
sad.
Yeah, that just bummed me out because that's way longer than I really give you.
But I saw that as a very true, realistic possibility with accounting for drastic life changes.
Oh, that's what I mean.
I see Brendan at like 35 finally being like,
Jesus.
it's enough time. I have to like make some serious changes, and then committing to those changes, and then like losing like an obscene amount of weight, maybe like 50 or 60 pounds, to the point where you're like, I don't even know who this guy is, and it kind of takes away from his funny, but we're happy for him. And then he like walks out onto the street after smoking weed and gets blasted by a truck. So it's not even like a heart condition.
Okay.
It's just dumb at 41.
Yeah. I think his first heart attack at 35 is going to put a really big scare into him, and that's probably going to be the catalyst to change a lot of things. But at that point, it's going to be too late. The decades of Burger King drive-through walking will,
Decades.
yeah, you're more than 1 decade old, right?
Yeah, but I haven't been walking through the Burger King drive-thru for decades.
Oh, well, just in your 20s and now in your 30s. So that's multiple decades.
Nope.
It is.
Nope. You don't fucking know me, dude.
I know you. I know you better than your parents.
You know me better than you know my parents, or you know me better than my parents know me?
Both.
Fuck, what was I gonna say? God damn, if I die, I'm taking you with me though. The minute I feel myself having a heart attack, I'm taking out my fucking gun and I'm shooting both of y'all.
What gun?
Why me?
This gun.
That's a knife.
That's a knife.
That's a knife, and I'm certain it wouldn't even kill me.
This thing?
Yeah, if you plunge that into my belly, I could walk to the hospital and be fine.
It's very sharp.
It's very sharp.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter if it wouldn't reach any vital organs.
Not only would I stab you, I would take it out so you bleed as well.
What happened, Feeney?
The thunder and lightning. Yeah,
wow.
I heard it too. It's fucking crazy.
It is like it rattled my apartment building.
You looked like a young boy that heard his first little thunder.
Yeah, you look like you first, were a baby that they fixed the deaf ears.
For the first time they turn it on, the baby's like,
yeah. That was the worst sentence. My brain is all fucked up today. Let's go to another question here. If you could take one current girl, this is also from Ken. If you could take one current girl out of porn as your girlfriend to be your possible wife, who would you pick?
What was the name of I just like the one that was our podcast fan. Remember we had
Athena XXX or whatever.
That one. She was such a huge fan of Irish Goodbye, and she would like tweet about it from the same account that she would like be fingering herself, and you're like, that's just hilarious. And it's more just the fact that she's like a fan that just says like, well, I know she likes my comedy, so she'll be there.
Yeah, and I'm never sent nudes.
Imagine if she worked on like the production of an Irish Goodbye porn parody.
And then she just immediately gets kicked out of the business because nobody knows what she's referring to.
You know who's a hot porn star? Christy Mack. Remember her?
Is that the one that got almost brutally beaten to death by War Machine, the UFC fighter?
She did get beaten almost to death.
That's exactly what I just said.
You said almost beaten to death. She was beaten almost.
Wow. Caught in a real
It's not. It's
the
same sentence. Almost beaten to death infers that she was beaten and almost to death. It doesn't mean that I was going to be like, I'm going to kill you and then walked away.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Fucking lump of shit.
I guess we're just going to have to agree to disagree.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any. I mean, I guess I would just like find one of these amateur girls and take them away from their real life boyfriend who's exploiting them on Pornhub. Yeah. But because I don't know any of these people's names. No, I rarely watch the same person twice.
I've never been good at that. And I find it so off-putting when people do. And they're like, about like, Maya Shishova.
Oh, there's nothing worse than somebody who's like, I admire your work to a porn star. It's like, no, you like watching them fuck. Like you're not impressed by their low post ability. Like you're not like, well, you really developed over the years. Like at first your blowjob game was pretty weak, but now it's like the strong suit. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, you like evolved artists.
Like
that. But
that's not a disrespect to porn stars. I'm sure there is a tangible skill set that does get better over time, but I got to be completely honest. I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at your body.
100%.
Lisa Ann's was pretty great too, I guess, for her time. But I think she like came back.
I didn't even know who Lisa Ann was until she was going to the New York Comedy Club.
Nice, dude. Yeah, me either. Nice.
I don't even know what porn is.
Yeah. I still don't.
But Lisa Ann is such a pro that Feeney and I did that roast battle, and she was the judge. And I think we both called her, or no, I definitely called her a bitch. But I left that night, and I think we both did, being like, I think I had a shot with Lisa Ann. Like that's how
she
good.
told me I would be like one of her like little like MILF boys that she would fuck in one of her porn things, and thought I was like cute. Like, well, she said that while she was judging to like, I think to be like a slam, but you're like, joke's on you.
Yeah, joke's on you, lady. I would gladly curl up inside of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, twist me into an egg and shove me up there. I don't care.
It is weird when you meet someone being like, I know like a lot about your body without even like just upon being like, hello, my name is, I want to be like, did you ever get that mole on the inside of your thigh like that? It's been growing, I've noticed over the years.
It's not even like you saw her boobs once. It was like, we've seen her do anal, dude. Imagine walking up to someone and be like, I saw your asshole before I met you.
There are multiple comedians that are like that have done porn. So I mean, yeah, that's also weird to be like, so what else is going on? And they're like, they're like talking about whatever they're talking about. It's very difficult.
Yep.
You know what I realize? There's no ex-male porn stars that are comedians that I'm aware of.
No, I can't think of any.
I'm sure
All
James
female.
Dean will start soon.
Ron Jeremy was doing like storytelling things, I guess. That's the closest one. But did he go to jail?
Ron Jeremy?
Yeah, didn't he just? He got like a bunch of like rape, thrown at him. Yeah.
He got a bunch of rape charges.
He's in jail, really?
I think he's awaiting trial.
He definitely got accused of some shit. I mean, he's like, I think I've seen him at comedy clubs before being carried out because he was like arrested on a ton of drugs.
Wow, holy shit.
Yeah, and if you're taking that many drugs, chances are you're not making sound decisions.
No. You know who missed a comedian missed a nice little career in porn that would have been good? Tommy Pope.
Oh man, I'd love to watch him fuck somebody.
I know. I want to watch him. I won't even film it. I'll just be in the room.
Yeah. All right. What's next?
We got another one from Edgar Lehman. I don't know. Limon. Hey there, fan of the show. Here's my chords changes, which I don't know what the fuck that means. But if you could live your life as a wrestler, what would be your persona? What territory would you like to work in? I think we did the wrestler thing. I think this is a new question. I like
the territory though. We've already discussed what kind of wrestler we would be. What our obviously there's WWE, which is international, so they go all over the place. But he's talking like small promotion. Like what part of the country would you like to maybe like?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's a cool question. Where it's like, where would you like to cut your teeth?
Oh, cool. Okay, so let me finish this. So he says, what territory would you like to work in? What king of matches would you have? And what would be your politics with other wrestlers? So
I would go I would cut my teeth down like Peanut Butter Falcon style, like down in the South and just fucking like, that backyard wrestling type of shit with all the ex-pros and stuff. And my politics with other wrestlers, I would have to be so much of a heel that I would have to warn them ahead of time. Like, dude, the second I walk through that curtain, I'm not responsible for anything I say to or about you, but just know it's all love because this is just, I'm just trying to put on a great show. And then we walk out there, I'm going to be like, your daughter just lost her virginity to me. Here's her blood. And then I shove the blood napkin in his mouth.
14.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, I would definitely be a heel, and I would just try to say,
Brendan, you would not be a heel. I know that's where you're.
Know anything about me, dude.
I do know.
Wow.
You know nothing about the shit that I want to say, and maybe I was about to say a joke. You don't even fucking know, and now it's interrupted.
I will say this:
you're a real heel spur. That's who you are.
Anybody who wants to be a face is a fucking weird loser to me. You can't be a face. There's no fun in being a face. I mean, like even Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
What money?
Look at
just
stupid
as much money.
John Cena.
Yeah, look at stupid John Cena. He accidentally referred to Taiwan as a country, and now he's speaking Mandarin into an IG camera, saying like, "I'm sorry, they're not even people."
See that's what he's like one of 3 wrestlers in the history of wrestling that never turned heel at one point. They all turn heel. Hogan, the rest, they all do it because being a heel is so much more fun.
Yeah, and it's also why he doesn't have an acting career. Like it's
Who?
John Cena. Like he was in Trainwreck, but he doesn't have a real action movie like career. Like
he's been in a bunch of stuff, dude.
But he's been in some shit. He's been
now
in bullshit.
Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, but he's been in some bullshit. All right, maybe I'm entirely wrong, but I think he sucks. And I think the reason why he hasn't been invited and made like into a The Rock type leading man is because he never showed any range. He's just a fucking queef in denim cargo shorts.
Yeah, but he's for sure a better actor than Dave Bautista. And
no, he isn't. No, he is not. Dave Bautista is excellent in fucking what
Guardians
are those
of the Galaxy.
Guardians. Yeah, he's excellent.
He is really good in that. Yeah. John Cena could not play that role. But
Never.
John Cena could play the role from Army of the Dead, I think.
I don't even know what that is.
That's Dave Bautista's
I haven't seen it yet.
New movie.
Oh, but I mean,
It's on
Dave
Netflix.
Bautista is funny. Like he's a funny dude. He delivers those Guardians lines with like real comedic ability. Fucking John Cena is a clown. I mean, he's like that dork at recess that tried really hard and would come in with like a beet red sweaty face and sip high C as fast as humanly possible.
He looks so weird with hair, with like a long hair that he
sucks.
has. It's so weird. Just shave it, dude. Shave your head.
Yeah.
Well, and he's leaned out. Like guys like that have done steroids for their entire life and then, in their 40s, late 40s or whatever, that just start cutting weight and leaning. It's like, dude, you've just aged yourself by 12 years. You look really bad.
Yeah.
You
This
have to
is-
remain big and stretch your skin.
This is what I would do, actually. This is my wrestling persona. I would be my territory would be Colombia. I would be the white, like I'd be like the white Spaniard or something. You know what I mean? Like it'd be like I would be definitely white and everyone would know I'm white, but I would have a little mustache and I would come out and I would be a romantic and I would say things, but I also have a dark side. I may be with the narcos, no one knows anything about me. And I come out on a fucking lowrider with that bum, dum, 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 that fucking song
You're
playing.
riding to the ring on a lowrider?
Yeah.
I don't
Or like
think-
one of these motorcycles where it's like the big fucking where it's like above
Like
you.
the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But mine's
So
like
you're just
light
taking
purple.
pieces from already successful acts.
yeah, and
That's
that's
cool.
my wrestler.
I'd
Dude,
come out.
when-
I'd come out
when-
to shattered glass and just pound beers right before I got into the ring. Nobody's
Dude, when Stone Cold Steve Austin drove that 18-wheeler of Coors Light truck or whatever the fuck it was down the Titantron entryway
Yeah.
and then just fucking stood on top of it and
so cool.
and then he took that beer hose and just hosed them down and then and you're like, that's so great. And it was like such a classic, iconic moment. But you do a thing where you go, if you're like the producer of that show and you're like, it's going to take an hour to reset. Like that, it just ended that way. But you're like,
Yeah.
they can't back that thing up the ramp. Like Stone Cold's not going to be like, all right, am I good? Like he's just going to fucking,
yeah.
That'd be great though to see him fucking accidentally run over 6 roadies, just getting back out to the.
Did you
Yeah.
guys want to be a professional wrestler when you were a kid?
Never?
No.
Oh, just me. All right. Yeah, it was a real dream for some time there.
What was
'cause
like when you were younger, what was your guy? Like, do you remember?
Shawn Michaels? Shawn
No,
Michaels.
I meant like because you said you wanted to be a professional wrestler. So when
Oh,
you were
yeah, yeah.
younger, you were
I never
like,
had,
I would
like-
be the blah blah.
I
blah.
never had like I've said this before, but I had a trampoline that had that net surrounding you, so I would use that like a ring. So we'd throw people against the ropes, come backstage
yeah.
like fake fights and stuff, and then you could you could pick people up and power bomb them. And they wouldn't get hurt, and it would look more dramatic because they would like bounce off the fucking trampoline and be all like rubber bodied. So that was really fun, and I also liked wrestling because I was like there's the skinny little guys that can be successful just because it was all fake, but they could be successful as the big giant men. So it was just a cool thing. And then Erica, growing up, was also into wrestling, and she wanted to be not even a wrestler, but one of the valets, one of the hot chicks that walks the wrestler down there and like just fucking like.
I thought she just
like,
wanted to be
walks
close
with
to the
wrestler.
event and park people.
Yeah. No, she would do that. They do that thing where they stand on the side of the ring and they bang on the ring like, "Come on, you're getting your ass kicked." And then when they would go when the bad guy would be in the corner, she they like fish hook their foot so they'd fall and trip, and then next thing you know they end up winning off some technicality.
It's so funny. I thought that's where the glass ceiling was for young girls as kids. She's like, I could never get in the arena, but I would love to just hear the roars while parking people's cars.
Well, you could, but you'd have to be like Chyna. You'd have to do an incredible amount of steroids.
She's like, I want to be a custodian, and you're like, whoa, that's cool, like the custodian, and she's like, no, I just want to be a custodian at the WWE.
I have a question. If you were banging somebody like Chyna, let's just say somebody like her, so you don't have to picture her exact physical features, and you pulled down her panties and out flopped a clit, do you deep throat that clit?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I
don't even know
little
what that
hangy
no.
suck
the fuck out of that clip.
Yeah, me too.
Brendan, the more I talk to Brendan, the less I'm sure he's ever had sex. He's like the 40-year-old virgin, like, you know, that the clit sandbags, and you just get in there and you.
I agree, Feeney. I really don't think he has either.
Well, that's funny because I fucked.
Isn't it amazing? I just repeated what you just said, and he got fucking mad.
There's something about your eyebrows.
I mean, I wish
under that computer glow.
I wish I could see yours, and then I'd have a proper gauge of how you're feeling.
Is that what you guys talk about? You go, why does Sagalow get so mad when I say something, but when you say it, it doesn't matter?
That's cute that you think we discuss you after seeing you.
Dang.
Wow, cold-blooded. Anyway, wait, did you say what wrestler you would be? And all
Me?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I think I would be like, I really think this. If I was born to a different family and had like a worse childhood and, you know, had to fend for myself more, there's a reality out there where I grew up in California and did backyard bare knuckle boxing. Like there, you know, there's a weird, everything went this way instead of this way. And that is where I end up. So I feel like that type of life, like Kimbo Slice shit, you know, obviously I'd get my shit rocked by that size of a dude. But who's the UFC guy that also did that?
Shamrock?
No, well, yes, but also
recent.
Brock Lesnar. Yeah.
Yes, but also recent. He's the Mexican dude, the Jesus or whatever. He says he's taken souls. He just lost to Kamaru Usman.
Fuck, I don't see color, so I don't know. Shit. Brendan, are you racist and would know?
I am racist, but I don't know.
Oh, okay. I forget his name, but he was a backyard boxer as well. And I feel like that would be a fun transition to then be the backyard bare knuckle boxer now in the WWE. So I could be whatever I want because I come from the gutter and, you know, I could pound beers. I could fucking come out with like a snake around my wrist and throw it at people's necks or whatever, you know, anything goes.
Cool. Can someone please draw us up as these characters? They're all different.
Yeah. I would
really
also,
cool.
my thing before I would go, you know how Ken Shamrock did the and punched himself in the face? This is why you watch on YouTube, but this would be my thing right before I walked on stage. I'd go, and then walk right in. So I'd do 2 key bumps off my pinky and then go in.
Whoa, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
If only wrestling wasn't 4 9-year-olds now.
I don't know. I know a lot of grown men.
Oh, that are still into it. Yeah, but it's like the even though there's a ton of grown men that are still into it, and like that's probably the majority of the people, they still have to be all like Disney World-y, you know? It's still very like Disney.
I don't know, man. Look at during the Attitude Era with DX, it was all based on suck my dick.
Everybody's comeback was suck my dick, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about.
But they made it family friendly by just saying suck it.
Suck it.
That's right.
Yeah, Scotty Too Hottie.
Now, I will say this. I think we should now that people that are the real fans are still listening to the show, we should talk about our special big announcement. Which I can see by both of your eyes that I'll say it, is that starting next week, we will be in studio, in person together at the laugh button. This is the final Zoom show, barring multiple scheduling conflicts coming up in the future. This will be our final one ever on Zoom. And boy, oh boy, if you thought the show was good before, it will take off to another stratosphere when we're within striking distance of one another.
Yep, and we're going to be bringing in guests. So hit us up. Who do you think would be super fun on this show? You know, it's like we said, it's all escapist comedy stuff. It's anybody with an imaginative, creative brain. So whoever you guys want to see on the show and who has access to New York City, we will get on. We're very excited for that element to take off. And we're fired up to be in the same room to spit in each other's face.
Yeah, dude. I know. I can't wait to just keep breaking the tables from how many times we're jumping over it to fight each other. Okay. We got this one from Alex Pacheco, who I think is Alex the Truck.
Nice.
If I think that's the same person. He sent 3 questions. First question. I don't know why these guys keep coming up on our show for some reason. I guess it's trios versus trios here, but marry, fuck, kill Nick, Stavros, and Adam from the Cumtown show, from the wildly successful Cumtown show about cum.
Marry, fuck, kill.
Well, I think we could all kill Stavros.
Oh, I disagree. I would marry Stav. I think Stav would be a delightful husband, and I think his laughter is such a nice little injection of positivity. I love easy laughers. I know some people get upset about it. I'm an easy laugher. I laugh loudly. I enjoy having fun. So somebody who green lights what's happening to your face.
Who gets upset about
listeners of podcasts, like a big complaint about Cumtown and even about me.
Well,
it's
it's how he laughs. It's not that he's an easy laugh. It's that he's got that machine gun laugh, as they call it.
Right. And I sound like fucking loud butthead. I get it. It's like a whole thing. I totally agree. I suck. Everybody sucks. But Stav would be a lovely husband just for that. And plus, we'd have sex sparingly, obviously, but mostly we'd enjoy just the finest foods this world has to offer.
You're right.
I'd eat deli meats right off his belly.
That is a great answer, because I know anytime I'm talking to a girl and she's laughing at me, I'm immediately attracted to her. I'm like, oh, this is what I need. So having Stavros in my life would be great.
Yeah. I think the obvious answer of fuck would be Nick, because he's the most classically handsome. He's in shape when he wants to be. I do worry about the lack of emotional connection, because I'm a very emotional fuck. So I like to make eye contact. I like to kiss. I like to say I love you. And I don't think he has ever said those words. So I might have to pick Adam, because he has real soft, big lips.
Yeah, it's hard.
By the way, I've never met him, so it's funny to just talk about his lips and say I would fuck his.
It's also so funny because I feel like 76% of our listeners have no idea who any of these 3 people are, and we're like spending so much time describing 3 guys in Brooklyn. But I would, I would marry Stavros, sex with Nick, and kill Adam with my bare hands, I guess.
Yeah, weirdest convoy, I think, unless Mike, you want to kill Nick because he's autistic.
Don't think about it. Makes it worse.
About it.
Yeah.
Let's just
Nick would be a funner fuck.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like to picture.
I couldn't bang Adam just because his hip bones are probably so spiky.
Yeah. You'd have to fuck Adam through a sheet is the problem. If you found yourself in a time loop where tomorrow you wake up today and there are no consequences for good or bad actions, what are the first 3 things you would try when you know you are in the loop and would try to break the time loop? You remember every day, but nobody else does. So basically, what are you in Groundhog's Day or something?
Yeah, I'm confused by that question.
It's a little confusing. So if we're in a time loop where tomorrow you wake up. So yeah, if you wake up in Groundhog's Day and then there are no consequences for your actions, whether they be good or bad, what are the first 3 things you would try when you know try to do that would break you out of the loop? So you know how You know,
okay.
in Groundhog's Day, he's like, I gotta make the perfect day, and then that doesn't work.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would carve like a note into the wall next to my bed and be like, you know, this is you're stuck in a loop, like, you know, and you have to put some sort of a thing where you're like, if you hear this proves that the day is repeating and that you got to fucking get out of there.
Yeah.
I think I don't understand this question that much.
I'll tell you what. I don't know.
How do you get out of
how do you get out of Groundhog's Day? Which I don't know. You know, obviously the perfect day or whatever, but there would be a lifetime of me being physically violent with those I think deserve it.
Oh,
so even though, because there's no repercussions, I don't go to jail, they don't die, except in that moment. So you get the satisfaction of taking somebody who's wronged you life, but you don't have to go to jail. So, I mean, I would blare through crowds of people in my fucking Subaru Forester.
But you know what's crazy is that in this, like, even in Groundhog's Day, where he's killing himself all of these times, and he does kill, I think he does kill people in that movie, right? Doesn't he kill someone?
No, he just kills himself.
Okay. Either or, if you're killing yourself or you're killing people, although that has no consequences, doesn't that have a psychological effect on you? Aren't you like the next day, you're like, oh man, I can't forget what that person screaming sounded like?
Maybe, and then but maybe you like it.
It's true.
That's its own problem.
Yeah. I feel like that's the only reason Feeney hasn't killed somebody is because once he gets the taste of blood, he'll never be able to focus on anything else.
He's like a shark. Once his pupils start growing,
it's actually the only thing that keeps me going.
Okay. Oh, are we still going?
Yeah, we are. Well, I was going to say patreon.com/scenario pod. We do 2 bonus episodes per week. So we got a little bit of a here's the scenario. It's a double dose of this type of podcast. We take in questions, but it's a bit looser. We tell some stories. We have a good time. And then Friday's bonus episode is called Blunts with the Boys, where the 3 of us get as high as humanly possible. We sometimes watch YouTube videos. We contemplate world's existence. We also get some questions in from our Patreon members. It's always super fun. And then we throw a ton of additional content at you today. Actually, as a matter of fact, right after this, we're recording our monthly audience Zoom show where we do a here's a scenario show with our top 2 tiers. And we throw out scenarios, would you rathers, and we do an episode basically with our listeners. So it's always so fun. They leave having a great time, and we do as well. So please sign up, patreon.com/scenario pod, starting at $5, going all the way up to Rosebud's death.
Fuck yeah, dude. Final question. This one is still from Alex the Trucker, Alex Pacheco, who I think is the same person. What is the worst mainstream fast food place that you would be glad to see go?
Well, this is gonna hurt Brendan's feelings.
Burger King.
Yeah, it's the worst. Objectively.
Because it sucks. There's no other you can't make fun of us for answering a question, and it is
yes, I can.
No, you can't.
That's the show.
No, it's not.
That's what the show
is.
Not
now. Not now.
Not when it's on you.
I'm redefining it. In this moment, you must respect our answers.
Much to your dismay.
Yeah, I know that doesn't work out for what you wanted to do, but tough.
It's psychotic, dude. Yeah, I could see Burger King go. That would be great for me because then I wouldn't have something to walk through.
Yeah, I mean, because the other ones, I don't know, you know, I could kind of do without all of them except Wendy's. You know, like I rarely, if ever go to McDonald's, maybe once every year to get a Big Mac. So I guess keep that around. You know, Taco Bell is kind of, again, once every 3 to 5 years. You know, Brendan and I got that, I think, 3 years ago. And that was that was the last time I ever ate it. And Brendan ate his meal over the trash, which gave him the raccoon nickname.
Yeah, wow.
He literally did. It was in Chelsea, right near UCB West. UCB Chelsea, and Brendan, as we were leaving, was just finishing his kibble over a fucking public trash heap.
over my litter box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know which fast food place I could see fucking go and I wouldn't even bat an eye? Subway.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that
Fuck
sucks.
Subway.
Subway
dude.
sucks.
I used to like Subway
I would
too.
probably go to a Burger King before a Subway.
Yeah.
It's close. That's how low I think of it.
I would. I wouldn't, because Subway, there's a way to make you like
Where there's a sub, there's a way.
yeah, and then you can eat like when I was on my crazy diet, I was able to have Subway.
Did I just get them $1 million marketing idea?
That's awesome, dude.
Bring
How is
it
that-
up.
How is that not their fucking
New
slogan?
sponsor. If the people of Laugh Button don't take this exact moment and send it to Jared in prison and ask him to put in a good word, you're fucking fired. That's the episode, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you so
Thanks for
much.
listening.
Here's the scenario.com.
Leave a review.
Leave a review. Hit us up on social media. Become part of the show. We love you.
The scenario. Here's the scenario.
Here's the Scenario is Mike Feeney, Mike Cannon, and Brendan Sagalow. Executive producers Robert Kelly and Matt Kleinschmidt for the Laugh Button Podcasts. For more information about the show, visit here'sthescenario.com.
The scenario.